start streaming.
So I'm live.
Yo, man. comment. Who I got in here? Yo, what's good, B? I know I got 2 people waiting. Y'all see what the stream cracking on tonight, man.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Live, man.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah, we're live. Yeah, we're live on my side.
Still watching.
Yeah,
live everywhere. All right, Adrian, what's good?
We're live.
What's cracking, y'all? We live, yo. We are definitely live right now.
I'm dumb dark right now.
I thought I was too. I just bumped on my eyes just a little bit. I've been kind of controlling my phone now.
No, I'm just gonna pin this on my Twitter because I'm streaming on my Twitter.
What's good? D Glaze, take for your knees. What's good? Why did I get dark like all of a sudden, yo?
All right.
Put the light on.
All right. Yo, Michael Dunlap, what's up, B? Thanks for coming through. As you can see, I'm gonna go ahead and bump on my ISO just a little bit more. We got a couple of people in here tonight. Got my homies with me. You feel me? So tonight live stream, B, is gonna be some real, man. I hope y'all got y'all drinks. You feel me? I know me and T gonna be sipping. You know, I got my Jack, and it's gonna be one tonight, man. We're gonna talk some talk.
I just tagged you up in the Twitter stream and I pinned it so you guys can retweet that as well. So there's we're streaming on Twitter as well.
Ooh,
yeah, we everywhere, man.
So share that, post that.
On to right now. I'm hitting that
retweet. Everybody jumping up in here. D Glaze, Drift, Tech, Corey, CJ. I know which one of y'all watching. Betty, one of y'all Drift, Tech for your knees. What up?
Mad. It's gonna be a bit more polished next time, but let's get the rough one out of the way.
Facts. Sean, I said, hey yo, what's up, bro? it's man, y'all, I'm excited. So y'all want me go ahead and kick that a little brief little intro what's going on for the people so they can know what's going on.
Yeah, for real, do your thing.
I bet. So for people on my channel right now, for people on T channel, for people on Ben channel, right now this is Rx3's live stream. I don't want y'all to look at this as like a team affiliation type thing, man. Right now, these just my homies. And we wanted to do a live stream, and Rx3 stands for Real Recognize Real.
That's it.
And we gonna talk some shit on this one, bro, because the issue is that we've been seeing like kind of just amongst the YouTube, Twitter community, man. It's just been some corniness that we gotta address. You know what I mean? So we wanted to stream from everybody's channel at the same time, so everybody can have their own fan base, so they ain't gotta miss nothing, right? So I ain't gotta say Ben and T come to my channel this week, I'm gonna go to y'all channel next week. So we just gonna stream all simultaneously, so y'all can get that heat rock in that one package, B.
That's it. So Twitter followers, YouTube followers, listen, the stream is happening. So we're streaming on Periscope Live as well. So no excuses. You ain't missing it. You ain't missing it for nothing.
Nah, you can't miss this one, yo. You can't. There's no way you missing this live stream. Don't ever say, "Oh, I didn't see what you were talking about." Yo, it's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Don't even play those games. It's all over right now.
Yeah.
Facts. So let's y'all know me, and I know Ben, and I know T, man. We be ready to just go ahead and hop straight into it. So last week I put out my season finale. Y'all are aware of. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, shout out to Dapper Doc, because he was a gangster. You know what I'm saying? He commented and said, "Yo, hit me up. We can talk about it." So we didn't do a live stream on it, but we did have a conversation in the DMs. And me and Dapper Doc, we squashed it. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no beef at all. Much love to that brother, man. Hope him like the best wishes in 2019 coming. Much respect to him, because he handled it like a man. Real shit.
That's it.
Now, we got 2 other individuals. Now, here's the thing. Here's my issue, and I know Ben gonna touch on this. T definitely touch on this too. Like, I was surprised that one Viper didn't respond, because I was kind of like, you know what I'm saying? I thought if anything, he would have, like, since we feel like that same cloth, that same seed, I thought he was like, you know what, bro, you right. You feel what I'm saying? What's up? Let's chop it up. Let's break bread. I want to say I'm surprised that PHT didn't respond. only due to the fact that it's like with his series, he's kind of like he likes drama a little bit. So I thought this would have been an interesting take on him. And I think the problem is though I wasn't big enough. But that's funny though because you know Prosser responded immediately. You know what I'm saying? So it was just kind of funny to see that. And I got much love and respect for Prosser because out of everybody. I didn't kind of think about it. I did a lot of people on Team 150 now that I look at my little roster list. Because I did try this MCP. He didn't respond. And now Viper didn't respond and now PHC didn't respond. But what's your take on that, Ben?
Listen, they're trying to come on some Obi-Wan Kenobi high ground nonsense. I'll tell you that now. Because, bro, when I came on your live stream, I done said this is what was going to happen. And I done said this is exactly how this was going to play out. This is exactly how it was going to play out. Because that's what I don't... This pretty much affirms the whole agenda of what he was doing. Let me put a bit of background check on how I came across Painfully Honest Tech, right? Because my guy, Juan Carlos Bagnell, Mr. Some Gadget guy, first time I clocked Painfully Honest Tech was when he was on a live stream with Juan. So... I've been straight. Like even when I went in on him after the whole John Rettinger thing and how that just blew up in his face, that definitely blew up in his face. So no one come and tell me twice or whatever to say that didn't blow up in his face because he flopped that and he literally exposed himself for literally just the lack of research that he does in terms of that Can You Trust series. And to me, so far as I know, that Can You Trust series is dead. Is dead. Like how many big tech YouTubers are on the roster that he's going to be able to go after now because that's the agenda of it. So to me that series is dead. It's dead. Like whether people agree with me or not, that series is dead. Because the agenda of the series was all based on basically trying to make himself seem like he's now going to be the smaller guy that people have asked for, that he's not scared to go after these guys to expose them or have a conversation to really show what they're doing, you know, reveal their underhanded tactics. And in some ways, like look at the iJustine one. You're telling me, look, and I said this before, John TLD is someone I would like to call a friend. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I would like to call him my boy, so take it with a grain of salt. And, you know, take it as maybe I'm being a bit biased towards him. You're telling me, and yeah, you did your part 2. And I said the part 2 literally was a thing where it's like, if you took your time to realize how the person was, you would have realized that the reasons why you did your part 2, this person's always been that way. You never needed to go be around him to have realized that, oh, he's actually a nice person and he's a genuine dude. If you actually did any form of thorough sit down to go back and watch his videos, you would have realized that the brother was like that from the get-go. Do you get it? You decided to scapegoat him because people started clocking you that all you're doing is you're trying to somehow critique these bigger YouTubers to not just get views, but to get noticed by them. So they come onto your live stream show, then you get noticed and you're on the map. That's what you're doing. So to seem like you're legit and you're painfully honest, right? You thought, I can't keep doing these nice ones or these, you know, kiss up ones. I need to scapegoat someone and actually say, to actually say that, oh, you can't trust this person. So you're saying that you can't trust TLD, but you can trust Drew from Taylorsive Tech, but you can trust iJustine, who I don't have anything against iJustine, but her channel's called iJustine. So like she's pro Apple, but yeah,
that's a good point.
That's a good point, no, bro. Let me. Yeah, go on.
So T, what you know what I'm saying? What's you know what I'm saying? Like, do you want to weigh on this, bro? Because you know I always kind of like getting multiple perspectives because you know what I'm saying. Like, you know, the thing is, most people will, you know, obviously as we rock with each other, they kind of think that we just gonna take each other's side automatically, which is not the case. We definitely told each other, it was like, yo, B, like, nah, I think you're wrong for that. Like, you should do this a different way. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you think that my series caused any angst, or do you think like I kind of had some type of ground to stand on what I said about
no, your
THT?
series? No, you had a good ground to stand on where it came from, because it's exactly true of what happened. Nobody got on him about his series at all. Nobody gave him a flack except people in the comment section, just random people across YouTube give you a thumbs down, give you a negative comment, but nobody really came at him the way everybody just jumped down on your when you made that first episode. And I told you this before, we said it on different live streams. I was just like, yo, I don't know where Sean going with this, but I was never the type to be like, yo, you shouldn't do this, blah, 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 blah. I'm not typing you like, yo, you should. This is all in my head. I'm like, I don't know where he's going with this, but let me just sit back and just, because I never said a word to you. I was just like, let me sit back and see how this plays out, because you don't just judge something immediately. And then when I started seeing him, I was just like, when I started seeing him, I was just like, okay, he's not taking shots, man. Like with Painfully Honest series, nobody, like we said before, nobody is going to step up and say, do me. Simply because they don't want their name to be bad mouthed out there. And I heard a comment when he said he went to Vid Summit and he saw a girl, and not a girl, a woman that knew who he was, and she was like, oh, you do that Painfully Honest series, don't have me up there. That's telling you something right there.
Raw, is it?
Like,
okay.
That's don't have me up there. Like, it's not a cool thing to do. In my opinion, I'm not gonna make no video talking about somebody else. Number one, I'm not making no video talking about somebody else trying to get views. And I'm not saying that's what you're trying to do. I'm just not.
That's what he's trying to do. That's what he's trying to do.
Not my character.
That's what he's trying to do.
You know what I mean? But compared to
let's just say it.
Compared to Sean's, which is completely different, I can respect his on a whole nother level, because it's not bad mouthing anybody. You actually critiquing him, and just like I said before, and you guys have heard me say this before, that after he did me, I was like, yo, Sean, do me, because the mess was funny. Like, it was just hilarious. You know what I mean? So Sean, do me, and I took something back from it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, bruh, you do this, you do so many case videos, and like I said before, you guys may be hearing this again, but you're gonna hear it again. I was just like, damn. So if he said I do so many case videos, and he's not the only person saying that. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So it makes you think about it and be like, well, dang, I guess this is true. This is what I do. You know what I mean? So it made me be like, well, damn, I'm gonna stop doing so many case reviews. You know what I mean? It put something in my head to say that, you know what, it's right. I do so many case reviews, and half of those case reviews, I don't even like doing them. I do them, I was like, I'm obligated to do them. So they made me sit back and be like, T, you only gonna do stuff that you really want to do. So that series, that's why I got a whole respect level for your series, because it made me sit back and rethink my own channel and how I move on my channel. I don't know if the same vibe is going through Painfully Honest. I don't know if that same vibe is coming on this channel. So
it's not. It's
I
not.
have a different respect level for both.
It's not.
Both of you, you know what I mean?
I'm done. I'm seriously, I'm done tired of that kind of vibe and that kind of clout chasing. I'm done tired of it. And this isn't, oh, I'm saying I will post the link of the live stream that I went in on him. So no one can come to me to be like, oh, now Ben is feeling brave because he's got Sean and T next to him. So now he's going to be like, oh, he's going to say his piece. Nah, I done said my piece by myself before anyone else clocked his moves. Before anyone else clocked his moves, I done said my piece on himself, and he only had the balls to say anything to me on Twitter because it was a time when me and Prosser were having our fallout and everyone was trying to come at me. So it's like, oh, now everyone's going after him. Oh, let me say my piece to him. I'm like, yeah, you're brave enough now to say your piece to me because you're seeing everyone come at me. So it's easier for you to gang in to try and say your piece, right? Now, so you're like, do you see the logic in it? And it was John Rettinger that put him in his place because he had to put that live stream down because obviously the quality of it, he said, if you did any form of research, right? If you were serious about having a conversation, you would have done your research and realized that you're trying to basically say that I'm using underhanded tactics to advertise my brand and my news show by putting in front of smaller tech YouTubers or smaller tech news channels, right? You're trying to basically make me look like I'm a shady, underhanded person without having to talk to me. You've put it out there, right? What amount of research should you do? And this is John. If you actually did any amount of research, there's a public lawsuit filing that is on record, yeah, that he went 6 months without taking salary for himself and his family because he basically was getting sued for leaked news that shouldn't have supposed to be leaked, but it was freedom of speech and public information rights, right? He went through hell to defend tech YouTubers so that tech YouTubers like you, Painfully Honest Tech, have legitimacy in the stuff that you do, right? And this is him. Oh, I actually didn't realize you did that. So then what kind of flipping research are you doing? Tell me what research are you doing if you couldn't sit down enough to go back and research and find out what had gone on before, prior to you. And this is exactly what I mean. You took a standard opportunity in a current state of affair where you didn't do any research to find out what had gone on, right? You decided to run with it, and you decided to make it seem like, oh, I've got everything on this guy, to prove that basically what he's doing is underhanded. So you've now put him on the spot where he has to come on the show, right, to basically bring bad publicity to make you look good. Because then what happened is, the reverse psychology happened. Everyone now starts to feel sorry for him because he looks like the one that's been victimized, because John Rettinger's coming after him, defending his reputation, right? So then you look like a victim because you're like, oh, you know, my intent wasn't to do that. I just wanted to have a conversation. No, you didn't. If you wanted to have a conversation with someone, you would have dropped an email. You would have messaged. You would have gone through all means of channels, yeah, to have tried to actually reach out to the person to say, look, these are the things I'm seeing, right? Would you be interested in sitting down and kind of explaining things? Because maybe on the outside perspective, the people of lack of knowledge, we might not understand what we're seeing. It might not really look that good, but your reputation precedes yourself for you to actually not be that type of person, in my opinion. But I want to give you that platform for you to share that. Would that be okay? If the person ignores you, yeah, go on, bro, go on.
So you know, and I agree with you, man. And you know what I'm saying. And just so we can kind of wrap this up and move to the next segment, I don't want people to think this more so like a PHT or Can You Trust Basher series. It's more so
I'm gonna say it. I will say it. I don't know about you, lot. Because it leads. Sorry, bro, not to cut you, because it leads to the reason why he didn't respond. It leads to the reason why he didn't respond to that video that you put out. It leads to that same reason. The grander scheme of things comes to the fact that the type of person that he is, the agenda of that series was all based on the reason why he never responded to your video. Because I said this to you before. I will let you carry on, bro. I said this to you before, that that's the type of person he is. That's the type of opportunist. He's an opportunist. That's what he's trying to do. He only sees if you're not a big name person, that he can't make a nice clickbait thumbnail video to suck you in, to create some conspiracy, to make it seem like, oh, you can trust them based on what I've said, or you can't trust them based on what I've said, right? Then nah, you're nothing to me. Do you know what I'm saying? That's the type of person he is. And it's so funny because you, Sean, you're the one that says, I would like to think no, because I don't think he's that way. You're the one that defended him. I said, bro, mark it on the wall somewhere. We're going to have this conversation for you to see for yourself that that's the type of person he is. Because why didn't he respond? Why did Prosser, why did John respond and not him? Tell me.
So let's play devil's advocate for a while, right? So let me play devil's advocate on that. If there's two ways to look at that, right? And the first way is kind of like the first way is the way you look at the way we're looking at it, is like, yo, why didn't you respond? That's some fuck shit, you know. But the second way to look at it is more so in a form of, I cannot respond, and I can just watch this person throw rocks at the stone type of thing, right? So like, as this smaller person takes these shots, like, I can kind of spin it in a way like, all those like those mean anything to me. You always kind of look like you're wearing the higher hat. You know what I mean? Like the high level of maturity. So it depends. Like, so for example, we take a look at rappers, for example. Like, does Eminem respond to everybody who dissed him in a song? No. You feel what I'm saying? Like, this whole response that like every little slick shot? No. So it's more so in the way of how you spin it and how you address it. Now, for me, it's not, I'm not going at this man to be like on some, you know, on some clout chase and shit. It's more so like, yo, this is just my opinion when I watch your channel. This is what I gather from it. So it's not me sitting here trying to like, ooh, Painfully Honest Tech, give me your attention, or ooh, Viper, give me your attention. It's more so like, hey, yo, B, this is what I noticed. Either you agree with it, you don't.
That's it.
But you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So speaking on that, and that's kind of segue into our next discussion topic. And I know, Sean, I'm with you, bro. To kind of segue into the next discussion topic, how do you think it's appropriate for you guys to move on YouTube to kind of get client work and to get sponsorships? Because for me, and I you know what I'm saying, like, for example, I think T may have a bigger hat in this to kind of speak on, since he has like a bigger platform. I know business, right? But my thing is, like, if a company comes to me and be like, "Hey, we want you to discuss this, but you can't discuss this no more," or like if you talk about our product, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to ever be put in a position where it's like just because the company paying me, I can't have my freedom of speech anymore, right? So
Oh yeah.
I guess my question is to you, T and Ben, like, do you guys have I mean, it's gonna sound cliche, but I feel like at some point everybody got a price, right? Like, is there like what do you guys have a dollar amount in which a company could come to y'all and be like, look, from now on, for the rest of the next 6 months, we got 80 bands for you. Or 8 bands. We got 8 bands for you. Let's make a realistic number. We got 8 bands for you to only discuss our product in a positive light, even if you guys have some disagreement. Are you guys? We'll start with you, T. Are you against it? Or do you see a problem with it?
I'm sorry, man. I know some people are gonna be like, oh, you know, I know some people probably be like, oh, I got a price. Real talk, I don't have a price, man, because then you gotta live with that. Like, if it's something that you're gonna, if a company is gonna pay me, and maybe, okay, say if my feelings for that product was exactly what I thought.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, just say for an example, if that's what I thought, cool. If you sitting there telling me, if Apple hit me up right now and be like, hey, I need you to talk about Apple, but I prefer to use Apple. So it's not a different, it's not a
difference in opinion.
A situation, it's not a different opinion. So I'm not going to be swayed to say something that I don't mean.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to pay me to be like,
swing,
oh, you got to talk about this. Don't talk about Android because you need to talk about iOS. I'm not doing that because I'm a man at the end of the day. YouTube is, I'm just a man talking to the camera at the end of the day. But first I said I'm a man. So therefore, I'm not going to sit there and let somebody persuade my opinion to say, oh, you get this check. You got to live with that. If it was me, I wouldn't even feel right setting this camera up and talking to subscribers and talking about this is what I really feel. Is that what you really feel? Because this company just gave you this bread over here to say what you want to say. Yeah. So there is no amount of money to make me feel like I'm being bought. There's no way I'm being bought. And just like I said, my series, and just like I said in my tweet, as soon as your word is able to be flipped or able to be bought, you're no longer authentic to me. Everything about you says nothing authentic. Your authenticity is out the window at that point. And there's no way I can sit here and live with myself like, I just told my subscribers to go out here and buy this Samsung device, or go buy this iPhone, or go buy this OnePlus. Man, that phone ain't even good, but I got this check and I'm going to the bank. Yo, that's so conniving. There's no way I could ever do that. Now, I don't care what amount of money. Everybody say everybody got a price, but at the same time, that's just man code, that's G code, that's whatever code you want to call it. If you do that on YouTube, you'll do that on real life. You know what I mean? And some of that has already been proven.
So how do you separate the business from personal then, bro? You know what I'm saying? So let's say, because I ran into a situation like this, and I'm actually asking you guys for like legit feedback, right? Because in this situation, I didn't know what to do. So I was working with a client, and what I was working, like what they were like kind of like standing for, you know what I'm saying? Like I can just, because the client, you know what I'm saying? Like they don't know, I ain't saying no name tonight. So pretty much what had happened was I had to make a birthday video for a client, for his wife. I had to make a birthday video for his wife, right? Now, like while I'm discussing things with him, I'm hearing him on the phone talk to his side piece, and I'm sitting here like, damn, bro, you got me stepping into a situation where I know you ain't shit to your wife, and I gotta sit here and make a video for you. Like I gotta sit there, like I gotta film y'all in this happy-go-lucky thing. Y'all know, man, when you record, when you video or something, you gotta have some type of energy there to kind of make your video like pop. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get into it. So I'm sitting here recording this man kissing on his wife, and I just heard you on the phone with your side piece, bro. Like, don't put. My thing is, it's like,
don't put me in that situation.
Yeah, don't put me in that situation for sure. But it's like, at first I'm sitting here like, damn, man, like that's kind of rough. Like that's kind of rough for me to see, and then I kind of be smiling his wife's face, taking these pictures, knowing he ain't shit. But like, when do you separate the business from the personal? You know what I'm saying? I guess I direct it to you, Ben. If you know what I'm saying, Samsung, you worked with Samsung before. This no secret. You made videos for and stuff. They like, yo, Ben, we got a couple bands for you, but you can't review no more Apple products. You already rock with Samsung anyway, and this is kind of like your business. what do you do in that situation? Because you're no different than a TV station. Does TV stations, like, do they have a certain loyalty they gotta protect when they showing whatever it is on their channel? I mean, on, you know what I'm saying, on their channels or whatever the case is. Are we not supposed to look at ourselves the same way?
The thing is, I'll ask them to say that what they're doing is just is wrong based on the fact that I know for a fact there's other people that you wouldn't put in that situation. You're happy to sponsor them and pay them, but you can't take away their liberty to express and do other things. So I would say no. Like I'll say it straight. If it's with a brand, like what T said, if it's with a brand that I know I genuinely like what they're doing,
right.
oh,
That's
fam,
cool.
fam, and then they said, oh, we want to pay you to do a sponsorship. Hell yeah, I'm taking my cut because it's a brand. It's a brand I already believe in. So this is where I'm on the flip side, right? If it's a brand that I believe in them, I know what they're about. I'm confident in speaking to them without speaking about them, like without feeling like, oh, I need to be paid for it. And they came and said, we want to pay you for that. Cool. Do you know what I'm saying? Because within even me saying what I was saying about them, I would have definitely critiqued their product. I would have still critiqued the things about them that I don't like. Do you get it? I would have still done that. So that means through the critique, they still liked what I was doing and what I was shouting about their brand or their product, right? So yeah, I'm happy to get paid, but no, you can't then tell me that I'm only solely doing stuff about you. No, no. Even if you're my favorite brand, you can't then tell me, because I know for a fact you are not doing it to other people. What you're probably trying to do, you're trying to capitalize on me because you think I need you more than you need me. And the thing is, the minute you put yourself in that position, you've lost all power as well as your integrity. Do you get it? You've lost ground to negotiate. Don't ever put yourself in a situation where you have no say. Do you get it? If it's a negotiation, it's a negotiation. Don't put yourself in a situation where it's a one-way dictatorship. The minute you do that, you lose all sense of reality of how you need to control yourself and where you need to set boundaries. Do you get it? You need to set boundaries. You need to set boundaries. Some people's boundaries are a lot bigger based on what they're willing to do, but you still need to set boundaries. Do you get it? You still need to.
Right. Okay. I can respect that. So speaking of boundaries, the segues in this shit be so fire, bro.
Fam, I'm coming back to certain stuff. I told you,
we didn't even set it up either.
Listen, we've skipped certain things, but I'm coming back to certain things because I told you, listen, I'm not.
You know what I'm saying? It's the thing is though. Here's what, you know what I'm saying, and it's just being like, you know what I'm saying, straight 100. So for y'all, you know what I'm saying, y'all know we don't script shit. Be like whatever we talk about, it's like straight from the top. So I guess it's a segue into it's a limit to what you do and stuff like that, right? So they are, like, for example, I'll call it that. So for example, like today, like I know Roberto had posted a tweet and it was saying like, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, this kind of keep to your own business manual, like, you know what I'm saying, manage your own business to kind of keep to yourself. Now on some real, bro, like since Roberto is a coach, like he make bread off of that shit. You feel what I'm saying? So I get why he do it, but like face value wise, I was sitting here looking at it like, well, damn, bro, that's what you do anyway. So like, how are you telling somebody else not to do that? And like, that's what you do.
It's conveniences. It's conveniences.
But he's a coach, like low key though. Not low key. That's what he make his bread off, bro. Like ain't nobody stupid on this stream. Like we all know Roberta out there getting bags, bro. We know that shit. But I guess my thing is then like, how do y'all, you know what I'm saying? How is he supposed to separate that? Because there's definitely been cases, and like for me, when I ran into Roberto on certain situations where I was talking about somebody he was cool with, whatever the case is, and which he had an opinion on, I'm like, yo, bro, this ain't got shit to do with you. But technically, he is a coach, so that's technically part of marketing, right? So how would you guys handle a situation like that? It's like, yeah, I'm a coach, I'm part of marketing, but you still like low key, you still in people's business when they got shit to do with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, is there a fine line, or do you guys feel it's a visible line that like you should know?
I've not even seen the tweet itself properly, like, so.
Oh, so you didn't even see the context of it.
So T, what about you then, bro? Let me direct it towards you until Ben catch up to speed. Is there a visible line from being a coach and being nosy type of thing. Like if your job as a YouTube person is to coach people and to kind of get them to where they supposed to be and to kind of promote your business and show them like you know what you're talking about.
Okay, if I was a coach and that's how I move, I'm not gonna put my nose into everything, because if I'm a coach, sometimes you have a line to where you be like, you know what, I ain't really mess with that. But if I was a coach, you're gonna come to me. I shouldn't have to technically come to you. Now, I mean, that's the kind of way I see it personally. I'm not gonna just jump out there and offer my services or offer my opinion on everything, because slightly I disagree with that tweet today. You know what I mean? I just did not agree with that personally. You know what I mean? And and then that comes to the whole thing of everybody being so afraid to tell people how they feel. I think a lot of people just accept whatever bigger coaches, bigger YouTubers.
All right. Now I've got context.
Like that's where people automatically accept it and think everything is correct and everything is right. And that goes back to why I even made my series, because I'm like, everything isn't all what I know they have. I know they have been brought up through the weeds. I know you have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, but everything you say is not right. I'm sorry, it's not all right. Everybody has their own opinion, but as soon as you say your opinion, you're wrong. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, which one is it? Like, that's why I try to not get caught up into all the coaching, and I just kind of do me and let my own path. I can see my own vision happening in front of me. You know what I mean? I don't really need nobody to tell me what's going on in my own life, in my own path. You see what I'm saying? So that's just the way I feel. You know what I mean? I'm not discrediting Roberto or anybody out there who does that for a living, because I'm pretty sure you're very good at it and that's what you get paid to do. I'm not discrediting that but at the same time, it just comes from a different perspective, and that's the reason. And we're not talking about my series right now, but that's the reason why I made my series, because I'm like, you got to hear this from a whole different perspective, man. You know, you got to hear from somebody who's coming up.
Yeah. And now that I've got more context,
technically we don't have anything to relate to. You know what I mean? That's just me. I could be being the black sheep. I can be the devil's advocate, but I look at stuff differently than everybody else looks at it. And I'm just not on board with everything somebody at that stature, somebody at that level says. I'm not going to be like, oh, yeah, that's exactly right. No, that's not exactly right. Everything you say is not right. You know what I mean?
I'm with you on that shit, T. And we've seen that, bro.
It's just...
We mentioned that before.
That's why I'm like, Twitter is a whole dumpster fire in its own.
Yep.
And that's the reason I was going to reply back to that tweet. It was like, you know what? I don't really have the time to get started with this tweet, man, because whatever I say in that little community is going to get thrown back on me as in, oh, you're hating, or you're jealous. Nobody's hating.
I hate that shit, bro.
Oh my days! Like every
30,000 subscribers by myself. I'm going to get to 20 by myself. I'm going to get to 50 by myself. So what am I hating about? You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's just like, you can't say anything. Tech YouTube is so damn sensitive. It's ridiculous. Like they are so sensitive. You can't say anything, or they get jealous. That's why I just kind of keep peace to myself, because I'm like, you're not gonna take it like a grown man should take it. You're gonna get sensitive on me, and you're gonna get the whining it out. Well, I was about to start cussing.
And going crazy. It's not even like
you're gonna get all sensitive on me. So that's why I kind of keep stuff to myself, because it's just like, y'all grown men, but y'all don't even know how to take stuff.
The whole group worshipping clique will come after you as well. Trust me, I've experienced it. The whole swarm of bees will come after you, like, yeah, you're wrong. You know, we're coming after you. How can you say that about this person? He's got a blue tick next to his name, you know?
Ben, let me, I don't mean to cut you off, but I want to reply back to Tech Rant. Now, Tech Rant, that is true. The tweet was meant to address the fact that people worry about other people's pockets and businesses. That's cool, but when their business and all that, how they doing is flooded down my timeline on particular ways that I don't think somebody should technically move on YouTube, and that's what people see every single day, then that's when it becomes an issue. It's not that I'm in their business. It's not that I'm being like nosy about it, but this is what I see. And then people talk, I know how you're technically moving, so therefore that's just not a good look. And that's just not a good look to be all up and down my Twitter timeline. Now you can say, yeah, unsubscribe from them, do this, don't subscribe to them, do that. But at the same time, if you got an up-and-coming YouTuber, man, this is not the energy they need to be seeing. If I was a tech person, if I was trying to come up in this tech game starting at zero, this tech community is not a good platform to actually get influencers to get help from, because it's real. It's not as crystal clear as everybody thinks it is, man. It's not. And you got to be in it to see that. You see what I'm saying? So I understand that it was about worrying about your own, but we can worry about my own. I'm worried about my own every day, but at the same time, I don't want to see nobody that I know for a fact is saying that phony baloney mess up and down my timeline, but I'm supposed to just let it pass? Nah, man, that's not cool, and that's not the way tech YouTube should even move. That's my whole point.
Where you at with it, man? Where you at it, bro?
No, this goes back to the blue check abuse. I said this before. Now that I'm getting more context about the whole situation, I said this before, and this is the same problem that feeds subconscious ego. Do you get what I'm saying? Then what then happens is those ones that want to really follow and mirror them will start putting out the same kind of nonsense. Right? We talked about this in the whole community post thing, and how smaller content creators are feeling entitled about this, and you should wait, unpopular opinion, this. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like you're then starting to mirror that kind of same behavior, and then it's like, well, do you realize that you're actually just putting people down, right? What is wrong with people getting access? Do you know what I'm saying? And remember, I said this, it's the same analogy of, it's like you saying that, oh, back in my generation, you know, we only had Nokia 3310s, you know, there's no way you should, you know, my kids should be able to use iPads. Nah, B, it's a different generation. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is what I'm saying, that nothing discredits the lessons learned from before to get you to where you're at, right? Nothing discredits that. And I said this, you being verified on Twitter, well, unless you do something dumb and Twitter takes away that check, cool, whatever. No one can take that away from you. Do you know what I'm saying? Your followers, all of that jazz, no one can take that away from you, yeah? But stop always trying to make it like it's convenient for you, but it's not convenient for the next person based on what you're saying. Do you get it? Because it seems like something has to always be convenient for you. Do you know what I'm saying? But anyone else that comes with that, no, it's not right because of this. No one is taking what you're saying away from you. No one is even saying what you're saying is wrong. We just have a different opinion, right? We have a different opinion because of this. Maybe you haven't considered that situation. Have you ever thought about the fact that you've not considered the other side of the equation? Come on. I've said this before.
So look, I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all, B, and you know what I'm saying. People, they gonna take it however they want to take it. But the point of this stream was just go ahead and keep shit a buck, man. I feel and shout out to Culture Critic, yo, cause he said the thing yet about tech YouTube is we talking about a bunch of dudes who never left the house as kids. Social interaction didn't happen. Shout out to Culture Critic, bro. So my thing is this, bro. I'm usually like, you know what I'm saying? Of course, I obviously love everybody, you know what I'm saying? But it was just like, for example, like the way I greet and the way I talk to you, Ben, the way I talk to T, you feel what I'm saying? Like I talk to y'all like, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all my people, like my brothers, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, that's
because
how it is.
When I look at y'all, I see a reflection and I understand, like we have a certain understanding of what struggles and shit we go through. So we get certain shit, bro, especially like just being black tech YouTubers in the first place. Yeah. So I feel like in certain instances, bro, we should, like, you know what I'm saying? Most other YouTubers should like, hey, bro, like, move like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I told Dapper Dop today, I was like, bro, I would have respected you a lot more if you'd have hit my DMs and be like, hey, yo, Sean, bro, the way you probably moving seems a little bit hypocritical. Probably should move like this. And my thing is, I guess I expect a little bit more togetherness and cohesiveness amongst a group of people.
It looks like
it. Not a lot of us seeing.
Nah, bro. Nope. We've been seeing with a couple of mans like it's not like that. It's not like that.
Yeah, clearly not.
It's clearly not.
It'll be like that.
No, it's not.
It's all. And I don't discredit or take anything away from the teams that's out there.
Because it's hard. It's hard to.
I'm not taking any shot at Team Unfiltered. I'm cool with
any team in general.
Any shot at them, but at the same time, sometimes those teams aren't all good as you think.
Yeah.
Like it's not all peaches, man. Because like I said, I'm not taking no shots at anybody. I'm talking about in general. But we have seen cases where if you're pushed in that situation where something can benefit you, the same people that's in that team that you thought was cool will flip on you in a minute.
Instantaneously.
Don't instantaneously. You know, things like this has been proven. So you really wasn't down for me if you thought you was down for me. You know what I mean? So don't be like, we a team, but you a team, right? Oh, let me talk to you real quick and let me tell you about something. Let me tell you how somebody moving. But then you're gonna just be like, you're gonna become a yes boy and you're gonna be like, oh, okay. What happened to all that team and loyalty?
Exactly.
What happened to all that? You know what I mean? It's been proven. Some people probably saying out there that no, that can't happen. Yes, it can. It has happened.
Yes, it has.
Man, bro.
That's why I have been moving like I move, just like by myself. I'm trying to stay cool with everybody, but I'm not going to associate myself with no group because just as soon as somebody say they're down for you, no, they're not down for you, man. No. I don't want to hear that, man. Bro, it's not always there, man. It's not.
And what's funny is, bro, like I totally get that. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though like we don't consider ourselves a team, we consider ourselves like a group of brothers who's doing this shit and we like what we doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get that because the very moment I had associated myself with a team and I thought like they was down the ride and shit, like, oh, them my peoples, them like them the ones I throw hands for. That wasn't the situation.
That ain't cool, man. That is
conveniences.
Cool
Conveniences.
And I hope.
It's
and I hope they watching this, bro. I hope they watching this. So if y'all
they're watching. They're watching.
Like, they know.
They're watching.
People know who I was affiliated with.
They're watching.
It's not cool.
That happened. The way it happened. I'm still like I was at first. I was sour about it. I'm not sour about it no more, man. But I just felt like, damn, like I thought it was a little bit more love there than what I got shown. You feel what I'm saying? So, like that whole team thing, I'm with you 100%, bro. The moment you sit there and affiliate yourself with a team, but the moment something else changes and something. And the way if something comes up in which they can kind of better the team, whatever the case is,
that's not cool, man. That's not real.
She can definitely flip,
and that's
that shit hurt.
And that's that. I know it did, and I know it. I can't even imagine that, but I know because you thought somebody is close, and you like, yo, I'm telling you my ideas, I'm telling you my plans, I'm consulting you to keep it real with me and let me know if I'm doing right or doing wrong.
Facts.
But then once again, a situation that comes up that can benefit you. And then you switch up on me like night and day, and then
like,
it's just
when
like,
shit, bro.
What happened? Like that, yo, that's not cool, man. Like that is go against all man code. That's just old school word. That's just straight up grimy. I'm sorry, that's just straight up grimy when people do that, man. It's just not a cool. So I kind of say it's cool to be a part of those mastermind groups and to be a part. That's what they call them. It's cool to be a part of that group that you can bounce ideas off each other. Yes, that's cool, but at the same time, man, have some personal stuff to yourself because you never know what can happen. Treat YouTube just like you treat your circle of friends. You know what I mean? Treat like your circle of friends and keep it moving because I don't move that way, and that's not cool to move, man. That's the reason. Yeah. That's what's wrong with YouTube these days. It's not as clean as y'all think it is, man.
Listen, man, people are seeing opportunities, people are seeing conveniences, people are seeing you as the dead tree branch that they can cut off quickly to get to the next place. It's true.
So grimy.
It's true. And the thing is, bro, and Sean, we talked about this on and off record. So it's not even like it's a thing that is not publicly known. The barbecue streams, people heard me say this, right? My stance, like I'll bring it back to your episode that you did on me. My stance on the intermission hasn't changed, but it doesn't mean that I don't understand the side you're coming from. Do you get what I'm saying? Because that's something I hit you up straight. I wasn't trying to sugarcoat it. I wasn't trying to dance around it. I said it based on this perspective. Do you know what I'm saying? So you're like, oh, Ben, I get it, but this is where I'm coming from. And I listen to you because I'm thinking like, if I'm going to say that, you know, I've got you, I need to show it and not just say it just for the sake of it, because how is that going to benefit anything? Do you know what I'm saying? It's not going to benefit anything. So I've got to be confident enough to find the right way to address you properly so you know that, oh, this is where it's coming from, right? But yeah, the so-called team didn't move like that until they were put in a certain situation where they were basically, do you get what I'm saying? They were pushed in the corner where it's like, if you don't get this. Ultimatum. Why do you need to be putting an ultimatum for you to then act that way? Do you get what I'm saying?
But here's my thing, Ben. Here's my thing, and I think people need to realize this, bro. Every person that is successful now, they did shit their way. So why is it that now everybody want to kind of listen to everybody else? You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't care.
It's a listening damn time, dude.
Like I told y'all,
man.
Like I told y'all on Twitter, people would sit there and watch somebody else plate and let their food get cold. That shit crazy to me, bro. I understand that you made it. Congratulations, B, but your weight's not the only way to make it. You feel what I'm saying? So, like, if I'm gonna move like how I'm gonna move, let me move like that. Now, if, like, you think I need to, like, yo, bro, if you're gonna move, if you're gonna do that move, then you should probably do this too. It may help you out, or you probably should pull that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it can be constructive like that.
That's it.
Versus where
That's
it's
it.
like,
That's different.
Versus it was like, nah, bro, like, yo, this person moving like this, like, we gotta move like that too. Like, no, bro, like, I'm not with the whole, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know some people may say, like, if you want, like, brand attention or you bigger YouTubers' attention, like, keep messaging them, keep tagging, like, keep getting their attention. Like, me, I'm not gonna move like that. Most of the time I ran into other YouTubers that was, like, I guess you could say bigger. I just hit them up on some one-off shit, like, oh, yo, what up, bro? Like, I watched the channel, boom, boom, boom. Like, YC Imaging. That was a one-off thing. Sent them a quick email, like, yo, bro, watch the channel, I'll let her have you on the show. But it wasn't no dick ride situation where,
because there's no need.
Up on Twitter,
there's no need. There's no need.
What up, YC? What up, YC? Like,
There's
nah,
no
bro.
need.
It was like, yo, I'll rock this shit, bro. What's up?
There's no need. That's the.
That's
listen.
how I looked at it, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I just felt like, man, if some shit was meant to happen or meant to be, it's gonna happen. You feel what I'm saying?
You just have to like what you said. Yeah, go on.
I know y'all can't see my stream, but
Right.
Front Page Tech is watching. John's watching.
Oh,
Well, he
yo,
just
what's
said,
good,
I
bro?
can confirm. He said, yo, I can confirm. You can't build a team of people based on individuals who literally need to single-handedly succeed in hopes that everyone rises with the tide. There's no team in the individual's game.
Straight up.
You know what I mean?
Hey,
Straight
so
up.
real
Straight
There
up.
it is. You know
That's
what I mean?
real.
I mean,
I didn't even know John was up in the stream. Like, this is what's lit. This is what is lit. You see, because this is what I'm saying. This is what is lit about how we're doing this on all the channels, so everyone catches it somewhere. Like, you're catching it somewhere.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? You're gonna catch it somewhere. So what you just said, I even just went into the comment section now on your stream, T. That's sick. And
yeah,
this is what I told you, Sean. That don't lose heart on it, right? Because if it if it was really coming from a good place, they would have jumped on it early. Do you know what I'm saying?
That's how I feel, bro.
Yeah. How convenient is it that you got put in a certain situation where you saw your benefits? You just saw your benefits. You didn't really care about a person. Like, you didn't really care for the person. You're like, well, you know, this person has said this, or when this is the opportunity. You know, it's like, nah, that's you know. But before then, you lot were bigging me up. So if you really if you saw through the concerns, why didn't you say? Do you know what I'm saying? Why didn't you say?
That's like you. That's like you and T. You know what I'm saying? Like, we sitting here doing a stream and somebody out of nowhere, like Samson or who the fuck, we get a brand name or some shit like that. They like, hey, yo, maybe like the Rx3 stream, but you know what I'm saying, we can't have Sean doing the jack shit no more. What the case in, and out of nowhere, like, y'all was cool with it. Y'all cool, like, hey, yo, Sean drinking.
But now,
like, hey, Sean, man,
the light switch. The light switch.
Nah, bro.
If that's my dude, I'm gonna be like, yo,
that's him.
His own style.
That's his style.
Or let's all have a collective conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's all, like, you know what? Let's see what Sean think about this. Let's put
That's
him
it.
in the meeting.
Yeah.
Let's hop on the contract. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's do this call. Let's do some real.
Exactly.
real,
Straight up, I'll be like, I don't. It's like I'll be like, first of all, I can only account and speak for his style. But if you have a real issue, then let him be here and you say it to him so we can all hear it together. Like, it's simple. Let's have it out, because it's rather we have it out, then Sean can realize for himself whether you need to sit back and take it in to absorb it for yourself, to reconstruct it. That's different. And then if you come back and think, you know, now you guys think about it, it's probably unnecessary. I said, look, so long as you feel that way, none of us want to put you in this ultimatum situation and be like, oh, you gotta. No, it's like, we just want to be transparent with you so you know what's good. You know what I'm saying? We just want to be transparent with you. That's all it is. So long as you know that, then you know that, oh, no one was trying to go behind my back to act shady or this or that. Do you get it? There's not that in your mind. If those thoughts come in your mind, then I'll tell you, like, bro, you're overthinking this. Do you know what I'm saying? If we really wanted to do something shady, we wouldn't have told you, period. We would have just kept you out and just ran with it. Simple. We would have just ran with it. Why are we gonna do you know what I'm saying? We could have been a lot smarter.
I just feel like people, man, like, and this comes from, like, this is because we all work in corporate America. You know, T work corporate America. Ben does. I used to, and we understand, like, buying power. You feel what I'm saying? Like, what people fail to realize is that if a company's coming to you, they see potential in you, so you therefore have a buying power, right? So you therefore could be like, all right, well, yeah, like, I like that, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Instead of them giving you that 500, like, yeah, I like 500, but 700 sound better. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't no company going to give you what you actually worth until you actually negotiate it. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I think I think people need to realize, man, like their power on YouTube, and they don't always have to just say yes for the first thing that come in their lap. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the thing is, what people don't know, because I did this too, companies play on that. I'm going to lowball you first.
Yes.
I know you're going to be so excited.
So excited.
It's
my
a big
goodness.
name like me
Big name.
coming towards you.
Yep.
So I'm going to sit here, I'm going to lowball you. And I know you're going to jump for it because I know you want to be affiliated with anything dealing with me, period.
Yep.
And I think YouTubers need to wake up and realize, man, like, look, this is a different game, bro. YouTube is a way for companies to make money. And the moment y'all realize that, and the moment y'all realize the type of influence and power that you have, man, the better you will get with these contracts, and the better you can stop sitting here kissing these ass to these big old corporations and start making them work for you versus you working for them. It's a difference, man.
And then finish it. It makes you stay grounded, and it gets you to be honest with yourself, to make your craft speak for itself. Because I've seen this, and let me use. And the thing is, the only reason why I'm using this person as an example is because he made a video public about it. Yeah. So this isn't anything of a backwards conspiracy. David Rahim, your phone buff, he does a lot of speed tests, yeah, and I like that channel. Like, you know, I like all of that stuff, innit? And he made a very big video publicly about his relationship that he had with Samsung, where he must have, I think it was the S6 when it came out, did a couple of comparisons against other smartphones, and the S6 lost. Cool, that happens. It loses, you win, whatever. Somehow now they don't speak to him. He messages them, you know, all of that stuff. Because obviously the relationship of us giving you free products, we were expecting to influence you for you to favorably make us look good. But he's like, no, that was never part of the deal. I appreciate my relationship with you guys, but I've still got to be transparent. Even though you guys are probably my favorite brand, right? I'm still going to speak good about what I like about you guys. That's the objective side of me. I'm human.
Right.
I should be, everyone should be allowed to have and express their objectivity, right?
Facts.
But being subject, like, you know, being transparent and being fair, you have to be that way, because you are educating people to have a solid buying decision. So you've got to be honest. You've got to be like, that's like me saying, well, the Huawei Mate 20 Pro charges in 1 hour and it's got the biggest battery, but I still wouldn't recommend it as the best battery life phone. I would still say the Note 9. Bro, that's, come on. That's like, I know you love Samsung, yeah, but just just accept the thing that it's not that Samsung has a bad battery life. Just accept that this one is better. It's a generation jump. It's just that time period. Cool, credit to them. But you can just, you know, do you get what I'm saying? You can say, oh, do you get what I'm saying? It's stuff like that, you know? And, bro.
The problem is, bro. It is, bro. And the problem is, man, like my boys Culture Critic said, man, most of these YouTubers now don't have social interactions. They don't know how to,
they're just out for the fame. They're just out for the fame.
Saying? Like they really see big YouTubers and just like go straight for like, oh shit, I want to be big like that. I want people to know my name. I want people to recognize me. Man, I tell people all the time, bro. I don't give a shit about that. Where that bag at, bro? Like I don't care about, because for example, and I'm using him for example for good reason. Like Roberto don't have like 1 million plus subs, bro, but he make more money than most YouTubers probably combined, because he's concerned about one thing: profits. How can I make this money? So this whole YouTube rich and famous shit, bro, I don't give a shit about that, bro. I really don't. I don't. What a bag at? What a money at? How can I get that? How can I get that? And like I said, the problem is motherfuckers be sitting here like, yo, B, I want people to know my name. I don't want that shit, bro. I want to be able to still go out to eat and have somebody come like say, yo, let me get a picture with you, B. I don't want that. I don't want that type of a lifestyle for me personally. But
that's why I wonder. I was sitting back thinking the other day. I said, you know what, man? I wonder how many tech you really do this for the love of it.
That's it.
I don't think it's a lie. I don't think it's a lie.
I don't think it's a lie, honestly. I said, how many people really do this for the genuine love of it? You see what I'm saying? Are you just doing it because it's the end thing to do? Or do you really love this? If you know me, I don't know if tech couple's still in here. Yo, I've been doing this since I was a little kid. And I should have been started this channel a long time ago. But how many people truly, really do it because they love it? Or are you really doing it just to be like, yo, I'm doing YouTube because I don't want to work for nobody no more, but the tech has just come. How many people really love it? How many people really can truly say, yo, I love this? You know what I mean? Like me, I don't care about making it big. I always said it from the very beginning. I don't care about making it big. If I work for somebody every day, then so what? It is what it is. If that's the option that I choose to do, fine. But I'm not gonna say.
Oh, yo, we got YC imaging up in the stream. What's good, YC?
What up, YC?
What up, YC, man? But it's just like people be like, I don't care about making it big. I don't give a damn if I stop right at 20,000 subscribers. I don't care because I'm having fun with it. This is tech. This is what I do. I've been getting phones way before I even started my YouTube channel. But I wonder, and I always post. I just really want to put that in people's head. How many of you are truly doing it for the love of it?
Nah, bro. Like, people out here clout chasing, bro. People out here clout chasing. They want to get noticed quick. They want to put themselves out there quick. And like I said, if we're calling this Rx3 real recognized role, I'm saying it. I'm saying it, and it's so funny even coming from that perspective, because you're seeing even slightly medium-sized channels, right, and even slightly bigger guys even clout chasing, right? There's even medium to bigger size channels that are even clout chasing. So then you really start looking at their agenda and the reason why they do stuff, right? And I'm telling you, bro, I see it. I've seen it too many times. And this is another thing that I'm talking about in terms of that perspective of you really just start to see people for who they are. You start seeing it, because then they get put in a situation, you start realizing, right, that's what you're about. You won't respond to this, but you'll respond to that person because you see it as an opportunity for you to get noticed. You see it. It's like, man, who are you to me? Bro, let me tell you, yeah, it really made me sad. It made me sad to the point where it's like, I didn't even want to get noticed by anyone bigger. And I know it sounds like a cliche, because it's always nice. It's good. It kind of affirms that you're doing something right for someone that was probably more established. It's always a good feeling. But to the point where it really made me sad, because I'm thinking, I'm not going to name names of certain people, right? But like, we met at a meetup, yeah? I tried to talk to you, right? You kind of talk to me anyhow, because it's like, oh, you're nobody. Like, so why am I going to speak to you? Cool. As soon as I get a shout out or I get noticed by a bigger guy, you follow me back quick. But I had followed you from day one when I met you, because I'm thinking you're cool. You then follow me back. You're straight in my DMs. Oh, wow, I saw the shout out. Oh, great. Are you good friends with that big guy? I'm like, now you want to find out if I'm good friends. Then you're messaging me. Listen, then you're messaging me like, oh, can you speak to him for me? I've got a business opportunity. I think he'll be interested. Oh, really? Really? Is that what it's about? Oh, come off it, man. Seriously, and I'm thinking, that's what you're about. So is that like, where's the genuineness in what you're doing then? So you're seeing is just stepping on people, right? You're trying to use me to compromise whatever relationship I have with that person for your gain. You're not thinking about me. You're not thinking about how it's going to go across to that person. All you're seeing it as, if I'm not getting anything out of you in terms of something that benefits me, you're nothing to me. Do you know what I'm saying? You're nothing to me. That's sad. That is so sad. And I see it with too many people. Smaller, medium size, medium, big. I'm even seeing certain big YouTubers that have 1 million subscribers that are clout chasing even bigger ones. Like clout chasing. And I'm like, bruh,
how's that even possible?
How's that even possible that you're doing that? Come off it, man. Chill out. Chill the hell out.
So like I told people, man, like a while back, man, the reason why I got into even doing this shit at all was to kind of give people, at least in my community, you feel me, a different outlook on way to do shit. Because the way they preach it to at least where I'm coming from, it's like, yo, go to college so you can work for somebody else. And it's like, yo, it's more options than that. So this me, you know what I'm saying? So for this for me is more so a way for me to teach people. Yo, what up, Max? This way is for me to teach people and teach kids, really like the younger generation, like, yo, you don't have to be a slave to a brand or anybody else if you don't want to. If you want to go out and make your own bread, you can. You don't have to be a slave to debt. And the problem is, man, they push that shit so heavy on kids, man, like to go to college and like you get this whole debt thing and not realizing like, yo, but you can create opportunity for yourself with that degree or without it and still be successful in life. You know what I mean? So, and it's, to me, it's almost like it's like a gateway. You know what I'm saying? Like they put these kids through. So I was kind of want to show them like, yo, bro, if you don't want to go that route, there's other ways to make bread. It ain't always got to be the whole same old Americanized story, the way to do shit. You feel what I'm saying?
And not even to cut you. Like if you jump in my comment section, like YC is spraying bars in here. Yeah, he's saying, look, the one thing that he's saying is like, you go from basically putting up videos, the early stages like of what you love, to 100 brands hitting you up, and then you end up low-key just compromising yourself because then you're putting out content that you don't like, you don't put your heart into, and it's boring. And I remember like, I kind of had a gist of it, but I get it now. But YC put this out. There was a period of time, I know YC, you won't mind me saying this because you put it out there public, like with your behind the scenes and stuff and the vlogs that you used to do, you do and stuff. Yeah, it's like, after this gimbal review, I don't even want to review any gimbals anymore because I'm just starting to hate the expectations of these brands and how they're sending these stuff. And I didn't get it. Do you get it? I'm like, bro, like they're sending you things that help. They're sending you things that help your craft. It's specific to your craft. But even then it's like, no, because it's actually straying away from my vision, my expectations, and what I want for my channel. And that does not feel good. It just does not feel good. Like, amount of like, you know, I'm fortunate enough to be in a situation where my main graft of what I do as a director, a producer, and editor, right, pays and pays more. I'm fortunate to be in that position. Why do I need to sell out? Or not necessarily sell out. Why do I need to compromise like what I want to do for the sake of, well, this is how it needs to be done now? Nah, B, I need to have control over that. So he's saying that like, you've got to love it to the essence. And it begs the question of coming back to it. Those people really then, when they do that, you're starting to realize that, nah, they don't really love it. They're seeing it as, this is the it platform for me to blow up, to be the next person to be noticed. I need to show them as well. I need to show them as well.
What was you about to say, T? Because you said you had something on your tongue,
bro.
But
it was crazy because this goes back, all the way back to me respecting Sean's series of YouTubers he doesn't like, because that's what that comment that Sean said. He don't realize. I don't think you know him how important that was to me. Like, for you to be like, yo, you do so many case reviews. It got to the point where I was like, you know, and I said earlier, I don't even want to do another case review. But it's like a double-edged sword. Like, people came to my channel because they know for case reviews, but I feel like me just doing that was holding me back so much. And I feel like I have so much more fun when I'm not doing the case review in front of the camera.
Oh yeah,
my whole perspective has changed. Now I don't even want to do one. I'll be honest with you, I don't want to do another damn case review ever. I'm gonna be 100% honest.
You see that?
I found myself just like, well, these cases came in. Let me shoot this dang on video for them. You know what I mean? I'm doing it because I'm used to doing it. But once again, I had somebody tell me, yo, you do so many, bro. There's only one case you can do. They all fit the same. And like, even though I look at cases a little bit differently, but at the same time, it was just like, yo, I don't even want to do another case review, man, because that's like limiting it back. You know what I mean? I feel like I would get a lot further when I'm in front of the camera, and people tell me all the time, yo, when you in front of the camera, your videos are dope.
Yeah,
you know
bro.
what I mean? So it's just like, I don't even care to do that anymore. And that's where it goes back to, you know what I mean, respecting your series a little bit more, because that's what a series should be about. It should be about having fun first, not bad-mouthing anybody, but at the same time, you're giving constructive criticism. You see what I'm saying?
And that's all I wanted to do, bro, was just to have fun with the shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be like, because there's not like a lot of YouTubers who do this type of shit, like in a way that's not bashful, bro. Like, there's not like a lot of YouTubers, at least I personally seen, where it's just like, yo, I'm just giving you like my opinion on what I watch when I watch your channel. You know what I'm saying? Like, because the thing is, we get negative comments all the time on YouTube.
Yeah.
But like, how many times it's rare that we get actual constructive criticism and be like, yo, B, your channel will be good if you probably would have did this, or if you try to do this. That's just my opinion. Right. Take it how you want to take it. You know
but the thing is, like, you're adding entertainment to it, bro. You're like,
exactly.
I remember when you uploaded Fresh's one, bro. I was dying. I was like, when you know the part where you cut Eeyore and it came out, I rewinded that. But I was like, yo, that's funny. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like even the person that's getting critiqued laughs. Like, you'd be like, yo, this is hella funny. I was
dying when I was watching mine. Do you hear me? Like, I was like, yo, Sean got it. Even my brother texted me, because my brother still follow you, Sean. He was like, yo, Sean got you, right?
Yeah, you know. And it's like there's that, and then you go through the fun stage, but then it sets you back, and you take it in, and you realize that, rah, man, yo, do you know what I'm saying? That's the difference. That's what I was saying to you. That's the difference. Like, look at the spectrum. Look at the spectrum from Barnacles, he's verified. He's got almost close to 1 million subscribers, to me, to MCP, to Tech T, to whoever else. Do you get what I'm saying? To even yourself. You critiqued yourself. Do you know what I'm saying? You broaden the spectrum where you can tell, like, you're doing it for the fun of knowing how to be creative on the spot. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you're learning to be creative in the spur of the moment, but you're actually bringing solid critiques, but you're making it fun, because you're bringing it in such a way where when you do that, it's easy for the person to absorb it. Do you know what I'm saying? Even to the point where when you got John Prosser's name, his last name, you got it wrong. He saw the funniness in that. Like, bro, you were saying your part, you didn't even get my last name right. So I couldn't even, do you know what I'm saying? That to me was funny. But there's the humor in it made it easy for him to come in, for you to like, do you get what I'm saying? That's the difference. That's the difference. And no one can tell me, and I'm going to come back to that first point, right? I don't like to raise on this to make it seem like, oh, I'm any one of pure knowledge where I was right about it. But in this one, I'm going to say it. Yeah. Painfully Honest Tech, if you hear this, you're a big clout chaser with your, Can You Trust series, straight up. Because if you were being a very transparent person, right, you would have responded, you would have come on, and you would have basically explained, because obviously you're a painfully honest person in it. So why not tell us what your research methodology is when you carry out each episode in each person, right? Why not tell us and tell us the process that you go through to go research, right, and talk about these people that somehow you've now got your judge hammer to actually say, you can trust this person, you can't trust this person. Tell me where you get your verifications to get that sorted. No, tell me. No, bro. I'm saying it. I'm saying no, bro. Let me dust that. Let me dust that, because we talk about coming with the same energy in it. So let's come with that energy now, and let's just get it out there, because this is the final straw to it, because I knew for a fact he wasn't going to respond to your video. And it further proves it. Because I'll tell you this now, he would have been quick to it if it was one of the bigger YouTubers that he was going after. Because either way, it would have flipped. It would have flipped to be whether it's positive or negative, right? Negative was Techno Buffalo's one, where he pretty much, it backfired to him. Positive was, oh, let me be nice to Justine and get her on. Yeah. Either way, it works for him. Either way, it works for him, because that's the benefit. That's where he's trying to chase. Yeah, this is why I'm trying to come across to you. Because what's like, enough respect to my man John Prosser in it. Full respect. And I'm saying this on record, like, the respect level I have for him now is so much higher than before, just because of the difference in character and how you handle a situation. Why did he respond to you, Sean, but yet he didn't? Yet it's funny, because somehow you told me that he follows you. So it's either he's been a chicken head and he's basically muted you. Nah, bro, let's talk it. Let's talk it. No, I'm really not in the mood to be liked or disliked. It don't really bother me too tough, innit? So if you got a problem, hit me up and let's talk. Because what's the difference? Please tell me what's the difference in character.
You're right.
What's the difference? No. Let's see whoever's in there that backs him so much. Yeah, come talk in the comments now and tell me what the difference is. What is the difference between Mr. Front Page Tech himself that grinds every day putting out content, right? Him responding and him taking his time out for the platform for me and him to talk to Sean, bring context to the situation so we all have a better understanding compared to you. What have you got to hide that you can't respond? I thought you were the one that was transparent and painfully honest. Tell me. I thought you wanted to have the conversation. Where are you now? Tell me where you are now. Nah, bro. You ain't nowhere to be seen. Don't come with your Obi-Wan Kenobi, oh, I've got the high ground stuff. You ain't on no high ground. You're not big boy enough, because I see bigger people that come and talk. Why did Barnacles ask you to do him? Tell me.
No doubt. You ain't
Why?
lying. Like,
And he came.
Listen,
Listen, Barney Cleese is big boy in the game. He's been big boy from when he was doing his 3D printing to when he was doing his live streams, tech talks with Jay's 2 cents in the PC scene. Barney Cleese is big boys. He came humble on the level. He said, Sean, let's talk. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about faith. Let's talk about religion. Let's talk about. He was open. Right. So who are you that you don't even have the decency to reply? But yet you're the one trying to make it seem like I'm the one that's I'm gonna come on the scene and set the example about how to be completely transparent, open, and honest. But yet you're scared now to respond, innit? You want to seem like the bigger person and not respond, yeah? Listen, anyone has a problem, hit me up now. Hit me up now and let's talk. Come.
I can't argue that, right? Because even the point I was going to say to the fact of like playing devil's advocate to the situation was like, well, why does he have to respond, right? He doesn't have to respond, but when you put it in my head, it's like, well, he did this with this person, did that with this person, but they all had bigger numbers. It's like, oh damn, I need to consider that.
No,
you know
because
you got valid points,
bro. Let me say this. This is the part no one wants to talk about because people are either shook to talk about it or, oh, you don't want to be seen talking about this, you know. Oh, my goodness, you know. You don't want to rock the masses. Oh, no, you know. Nah. Facts. Because it's there. No one wants to see it because it's easy for people to chuck a blind eye to it because they don't want to be caught in that hellfire or that crossfire of, oh, I don't want to be seen as that person that is saying that because, you know, I don't want that. Nah, cool. We're talking that now. Yeah, because it's real recognized realness. So let's talk that stuff, right? What someone tell me what makes him credible when it comes to that series then. Tell me what makes him credible when it comes to that stuff. Tell me. If someone can explain to me, I'm humble enough. Like I said, life is too short where if you're wrong, just apologize and take the L and say you're wrong. If I'm wrong, I will come on record and say, you know what, yeah, I had you wrong, bro. You know what? I saw you this way. You've come. You've added you've added context to the situation. I take it back. I'm a straight up. John's my witness. I said my part to him where I said, look, I ain't gonna hold on to no pride and not apologize. If I miss something, I'm gonna say sorry to you. And I'm not. I want to say it where it ain't. I want you to know that I'm not discrediting your craft or anything. This is where I was coming from, but I'm glad now we've had the platform to talk about it. Do you get it? Why am I going to stand on some high pride level to make myself seem like, well, I don't want to back down. I want to look more like a man. I'm not going to say sorry to him. Who does he think he is? Nah, bro, life ain't like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Right. But where I'm coming after him is there's nothing that he's proven about that Can You Trust series, right, that shows him to be anyone that can be trusted. How about that? Flip the coin and see if he can be trusted if he's moving like that.
Hey, T.
Hey, the man saying what he had to say. I mean, I can't. I had to give Ben his time because I.
Nah, you lot done. I done told you. I done told you. If we're
my live stream chat, yo.
If we're talking about if we're talking about come with the same energy, we'll come with the same energy. How about that?
Hey, man, G, I'm gonna be real, G, bro. I can't argue anything you were saying, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because again, you know, I try to play devil's advocate for that, but the points that you brought up, bro, was so valid and so accurate. It's just like, well, damn, you got a good point. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I agree with you. Because if you honestly like sit back and look at his entire series as a whole, there's really nothing confirming like, oh yeah, you should be trusted for what you do. I get you on that. I definitely get you on that.
But I mean, let's go back to the initial question at hand. Why did you get so much flack and he didn't? Like, that's the question that let's forget all of the long. I'm not saying you're being what you're saying is long-winded, but let's keep this short and sweet.
No, good. I like that.
Why didn't he get the same flack? Why did Sean get so much flack and Painfully Honest didn't? Let's answer that question.
I've got an answer for that. But I'm not going to answer that first. I've said enough.
A viable, reason enough question. I don't want to go with the question answer that I really think is really answer. I don't want to go there, but. I'm just saying.
I'll give that to you, Sean. I'll give that to you first. No. I've said enough already, but I've got an answer for that because I've given an answer for that. I've given an answer for that already previously, in when I was going in on it. It's not even a blue tick stuff. It's not. I said that on the live stream when the first. This is where my answer was from when the first situation happened when. John Rettinger came on a live stream and it basically just blew up in his face. Boom. I basically said, what is very crafty about him is, right, it's all come out of perfect timing and conveniences. Like I said, Marquez won the Shorty Award for Creator of the Decade, right? He dropped that first episode on Marquez, got like a good couple 6-digit, you know, views on it. Cool, boom, did his thing, right? And the where I've got to give him credit is, yeah, his audio's on point. He articulates himself well. He scripts very well, and he speaks in such a way where you will believe everything he says. Trust me. So you are now using positive skills. You're using positive skill sets, yeah, the image of what is socially acceptable, right, to literally drive someone's brand potentially down the drain. Whereas you now, Sean, because you come out the social norm of how things are done, right, you're doing things your way, right, it rubs people a bit more in the wrong way. It makes them feel uncomfortable, like, this is not usually what I'm used to seeing. You're not meant to do this. It shouldn't be coming from a person like you. What do you know? But him, he's the one that is sat down with his keyboard, scripting everything perfectly and meticulously, or he's making you believe that he's researching and putting everything down perfectly and meticulously. That's the shady nonsense that I hate, because you're hiding underneath that to make it seem like you're a perfect person. And that's when you got exposed. You got exposed to basically realize that all you're doing is a couple of hour rush job, yeah, because you have a skill of writing properly. Because you're using your skill of being able to write efficiently and effectively, you're hiding behind that to deceive people, to make it seem like you do quality and valid research. Have you got have you got a PI detective that you've hired onto the scene to find information for you to put things out there? Nah, B, seriously, no.
T, bro. If Jay wanna hop on a line,
I'll tell you, Jay. I say Jay got my. Hey, Jay, you have my number. I will phone up to the microphone. You have my number, because I don't know how you can get in live. Inbox. Okay, I got you, Jay. I got you. I don't know how you can get on. We do Discord, so I don't know how you can get on live. And that's the reason. Shout out to Tech Brand. Tech Brand is literally in 3 different streams, and the reason I said Tech Brand he couldn't join this stream because it's like the way we set up is just like the 3 of us for Rx3. It's hard to.
But honestly, yo, Ben, bro, I can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, I try to, because people sometimes peg me in this light, bro. I'm just like the motherfucker that's like the star mess, bro, and that's usually not the case, bro. My thing is, like you said, I just don't want to do things the normal way, because the normal way is boring, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and honestly, when you do things your way, as much people kind of give props to like his shit for like kind of cursing out on his stream, whatever, like, but he's doing things his way and it works out for you. When you do things your way genuinely, it will work out for you. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing things my way because it's like the moment you sit there and try to copy somebody else, and the moment you get caught off guard when you're not being that person that you're copying, shit not gonna go right for you. You feel what I'm saying? So I'd rather just keep it a buck 100% the way through, because then I know for a fact no matter where I'm at, they're gonna be like, yo, that Sean be nice no matter where he at. You feel what I'm saying?
And that's what people don't like, bro. People don't like that. People are used to the socially accepted norm of someone like him. He hid under that, and he was riding away with that series, right? And most people wouldn't have clocked him because it's so believable. No one, bro, honestly, this answer, I've given this answer before. So before anyone, and I'm saying this again, before anyone, right, especially anyone that rides with him like he's some ride or die person, right, before anyone acts like it's only because I'm sitting next to Sean and T's where I'm getting brave to speak. Nah, I will post the live stream with the timestamp of when I said exactly the same things. I said exactly the same things. So that hasn't changed. That hasn't changed. All that's happened now is, right, slowly and surely, as people have discovered for themselves, they've realized how he is as a person and what the agenda of him really is. That's the only difference. That's the only difference. That's the only difference. You see, so don't try and compare what Sean is doing with his series to him when you're out there trying to use it to benefit you and at the same time tank someone's reputation. Don't do that. Don't come at that.
And not to cut you off, Ben, but just to kind of give you a heads up, So I do. So Process wants on the next episode of this. We do Process nothing.
Oh, boy.
And I also want Tech right on here too,
Yeah,
bro. So we gotta figure out a way to get.
Oh yeah,
those
that's
people,
easy.
Niggas,
That's
Tech
easy.
Is like that's the homie. He cool as hell, and Process the homie. We chop bread. So
Yeah, that's easy. You just call on Discord and it just automatically floods through, man. It's simple.
Yeah. That's some real shit that y'all was talking on tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know some of my viewers, like, so for some of my viewers out there, because I know I'm looking at my like and dislike ratio, they're like, God damn, Sean, like, this one was different because like again, this is not Track Tech Thursday, right? So we talking different scenarios in this one. This is Rx3, so this is a brand. This is a stream that I'm sharing with 2 other creators in which we just breaking bread over this YouTube. So it's kind of like T's, honestly, YouTube Uncut, just in a different format. To be real, you feel what I'm saying? So I just want to kind of let my subs know that, so they don't think I'm on like no fuck shit, whatever. But yeah, like it's straight like that, man. I mean, dude, y'all kind of, what's funny is I'm a part of this stream and y'all kind of got me taken aback a little bit because I'm like, y'all hitting on some
I apologize, bro. I apologize.
Bro.
I've been, bro, I'm sorry, yeah. Like this because I will 100% accept.
Hold on, y'all. We got Jay Will calling.
Oh,
hey, what up, Jay?
Man, Jay, hold on. Let me answer the phone. Hold on, Jay. What's up, man?
What's up,
Can the stream hear?
Yeah, we can hear.
Hey Jay, you on live? You on the stream, man? So say what you gotta say, man.
I just wanted to show y'all some love, man. First, I want to shout out this panel right here, man. I'm loving it. I'm cooking. You know, I hit to the gym about this time, so I was cooking some dinner for the grannies real quick. I went to the gym, but I saw your stream. I was driving, man, so I couldn't respond, but I was like, man, you said it was gonna be what you say, lit?
Yeah, no, I didn't say lit. I didn't say lit. I don't use those words.
Yeah. I want to shout out this cat, Sean V, man. I see you moving about. You know, I checked out the stream, the video you did on T, man. I was like, oh man, he's gonna kill me. I don't wear no do-rag, man. Yeah, y'all doing y'all thing, man. It sounds like this topic right here. Y'all can kick this for about 8 hours, man. But coming from somebody who's been on YouTube for a minute, I ain't missing nothing, man. I tried to tell Eric from I told him, I said, once you get so far, man, they're gonna start calling you, like the higher ups, if you will. They're gonna start calling you and saying, hey, what do you want to do with yourself? And you gotta recognize, like y'all was speaking of earlier, like what's that black guy's name? The one y'all talking about earlier, where y'all said he making a lot of money, but he don't have a lot of subs.
Roberto.
Yeah, Roberto, he's doing it right, man. You know, if you're in it for the money, that's cool and everything. But if you just want to have fun, you got to start off like I think all y'all said is y'all was doing this when y'all was kids. Now I've been doing it since the 70s, but we didn't have all this tech today. But at the same time, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
So when you're moving about, like Sean said, like I told y'all earlier on Twitter, you got to make sure you keep that circle small, man.
Yeah.
You can't have this wide open frame and thinking that you're gonna have everybody on your team. Like I think I had posted something earlier on Twitter saying, you know, I gotta shrink this circle. Some people might be saying, well, what is Jay talking about? Honestly, man, I don't respond publicly to people talking trash. I'm not built like that. I don't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just kind of just move around and just keep it moving. But this thing y'all doing, man, y'all get ready to hold the reins. You know what I'm saying? Y'all cats right now on this stream is going to be taking it down because I'm not trying to be on YouTube forever.
Yeah, I feel you.
I'm not trying to do it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about money. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm already retired once. You know, I got college like the next person.
Yeah.
But I think if you, a lot of people are on YouTube, they want to be big, but they don't know how to get there.
Right.
And like I was saying on another stream, Juan Bagnell, you know, that's my dude, 100 grand.
Yeah.
Respect him. But he was like, you know, it's okay for YouTubers to latch on to another YouTuber. And I agree to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? But you don't need to mention another YouTuber, or like you was talking about T on Twitter, why you got to keep messaging them?
All day long.
Right.
They're supposed to respond to you, son.
They're not going to respond.
They're not going to respond. And so, having been to so many events and things like that with these cats, ask Eric what happened at the Note event when he was there. That was Eric's first event. he got shunned. Didn't nobody know who he was.
Right.
And we sitting here with all these cats, man. They was acting with the cold shoulder. So
of course,
I'll be a CS again. But I'm telling you, when you see people in person, it's a whole nother story.
Sean, you said that, innit? You said that it would be different when you meet up. That energy better be the same.
I don't even watch it.
Right.
I was on a stream, but so I don't. I'm not gonna speak on this dude because I don't know him. You know what I'm saying? I don't watch him at all. But obviously, he didn't burn some bridges, I guess. Because I've been watching the stream since the beginning.
Right.
And I was like, yo, they got my man heated.
Yeah.
He was like, yo, Mike.
Oh, that's the. You better get to know him, yo.
You know what, man? Like I said, I don't respond publicly to stuff. I would rather just if you see me, you know what I'm saying? You just see me. Just come correct. That's all I always say. It's not like a threat or anything like that. I don't move like that, and I don't like Sean B. I like Sean B. Say how you move. That's why I don't move like that. I just say whatever you want to say because I'm not from the social media era. You know what I'm saying? That's
right.
y'all. So whatever legacy y'all leaving behind like this, represent the right way. Like Sean was saying earlier, it's a collectiveness.
Yeah.
It's good to see people on together doing something. I just kind of wonder why everybody worried about the next person.
Yeah.
Like, why would a person honestly worried about if another person is the money on YouTube or, you know what I'm saying, getting famous on YouTube?
Right.
I would rather be in the background just enjoying myself than to be out front.
That's it.
Right.
That's it.
Right. I think you said it on your video, see, like Jay probably should have more subscribers than he has.
But you said it yourself.
Right, so
you said it yourself. But you chose a different route. You didn't choose that same. You're not same interstate that everybody's riding down. You taking the back roads, yo. You know what I mean? Right. You taking the back roads. So if you take which path you want to take.
Yeah, because if I start doing Nazi, I'm gonna sell out.
Exactly.
I'm not saying that people are selling out.
No, yeah, but I'm saying, yeah.
They get to a certain point, some people don't know how to say no.
Mm-hmm.
They just say yes to everything. They start saying, like y'all was talking about earlier, about saying yes to reviews, like when y'all was talking about like 6 months, I'll pay you this amount, and then you could do this. And, I've gotten those kind of things before. I told them you could bounce.
No doubt.
I don't want it.
Exactly, but some people taking that. People taking it.
It's each to their own, isn't it? It's each to their own, I say.
We talked about it. We talked about it.
And I just kind of keep it to myself. I ain't gonna put nobody on Front Street.
No doubt.
That ain't how I get down, man. Like I said, man, I see you in person. That's just what it is.
Keep that same energy, B.
Keep the same. That's all it is.
2K with the fatigues off. Keep that same energy.
That's all it is. That's all it is.
Y'all doing right now, this movement right here, like y'all was talking about teams earlier. You ain't never lying.
You can't do it.
You ain't never lying.
You can't do it, man. You got. I feel him. I get him, but I get the team thing, but you can't do it all the time, man.
Nah.
It's not what it's about.
Nope.
It's not what it's about. I ain't gonna hold y'all up, man. Hey, I was gonna show y'all some love, man. Y'all kept doing it. I'm feeling this right now.
I appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it, man.
We trying, but some will look at this still. After
Let
all
them.
This over,
Let them. You know what? Let them. Let them.
Money.
You know, I'm beyond it. I'm beyond it.
We don't care.
I'm beyond
that's
it.
The thing. It's not that many real ones on YouTube.
Listen,
so we gotta keep it real for the ones that's out there.
Bro, I'm beyond it. I'm beyond it.
You see a person in person. You see, I ran into so many people in person, man. They don't act like that.
I know. They turn it to I know.
Man, I can't wait to catch you at an event, though, man.
Yeah, we gonna catch up, Jay. You already know that.
Yeah, no doubt. Next time in North Carolina, I'm telling you, look you up, man.
Hey, when you in the A.
Bro.
Good job on that stream, man. I appreciate y'all. I'm about to go get back in the chat.
Appreciate it, Jay. I
Nice
get
one,
with you,
bro.
brother.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
Hey, so kind of like how Jay was saying, bro, like how I've been kind of saying on my stream, so the wild be 2K with the fatigues off. I need that same energy. However you moving on Twitter and you talking all that tough talk shit, man. When I see you in person, I want to see you talk that thing too. We don't be sitting here, oh no, man, wasn't like that. Like, because to me, that's cornballish, bro.
Bro,
Keep that same energy, bro.
This is where again, like I know, like I probably maybe I might look back and I'm thinking maybe I got a bit too flamed up tonight, but that's the same principle. No, bro. Listen, that's the same principle. Like, if we're coming with the same energy, let's come with the same energy. And Tech Val is my witness. She put in the comment section that she was there in that stream when I was saying the same things. So you can't then come and be like, well, you were saying this, but now you're saying this because of this situation. Nah, B, it ain't that. It ain't that. Don't even ever get it twisted to even think is even close to that. You get me? Don't.
Right.
So
Right.
it's like I'm putting from my side. I can talk about it from different angles and hit home and keep hitting home, right? Because that kind of behavior it's like I've just got tired of looking at it. I've got tired of it. Simple. I can't put it any other way. Do you get what I'm saying? Because it's distracting. It leaves a bad taste, and it makes people not notice and focus on what their graft is. Do you get what I'm saying? It then starts to subconsciously promote all this. I need to get noticed. I need to be part of this clique. I need to do this. I need to follow that. I need to then be, you know, it encourages that kind of behavior. And that kind of behavior just jars my soul. Like what he said, let your craft speak. Let it speak.
That's it.
Focus your energy in the right place. Let the craft speak. Do you know what I'm saying? Stop being so.
You gotta try so hard to get a brand deal.
Oh,
you know
my
what I mean?
goodness.
Like you don't have to do that. You don't have to try so hard to get somebody's attention. You don't have to. I wasn't even doing anything, and I always say this. I don't brag. When Samsung hit me up about that commercial, I thought it was fake because I was like, "Yo, I'm not doing nothing.
Same.
What do you want? I'm
Same.
still shooting videos off my cell on my S7 that." No, not saying that you can't make no content. My boy El Jefe making killer content with a cell phone.
Oh yeah.
But I thought that was fake because I'm like, Samsung don't want nobody no commercial that's shooting with a cell phone. And lo and behold, it was real.
Right.
I didn't tag Samsung. I didn't do anything. They just the work speaks for itself, man. You ain't gotta try so hard. People are trying so hard. It's just ridiculous. It's
bro.
man.
And I could even back you up on that because it was Everyday Dad and one of a dude called Ewan. Because I went to Note 9
Shout out
press.
to Everyday Dad.
Yeah, like press event for Note 9 in UK. There was like a Samsung house event. I did a video for that, and you know they said, oh, would you like to be on camera to say a couple stuff? You know, sign this, blah blah blah. We might use it. I was like, yeah, of course. Like we're here, so why would we not want to talk to you guys? You know, that's it. Right. Lo and behold, I'm thinking, listen, I saw some big boy UK boys that were in there, right? I'm thinking, you know, and when the stuff was going on social media, Facebook, I was like, same like you, T. I was thinking, this is fake until I actually found out, like, yo, this is legit. Until
I called Jay Will. I said, Jay Will, I got this email, bro. Like, and it was real, you know?
Yeah. You know, and I'm thinking, I never tagged something. Like, bro, like, this is pretty much wrapping up to near the end of, like, the first, you know, Real Recognize Raw Rx3 episode, right? And it's different stuff, but the whole idea for me, where I feel I'm relating with Sean and T, is we're talking about the uncomfortable conversations, even for ourselves, because there's situations that we're gonna probably face that we won't fully understand. Do you know what I'm saying? But we're trying to be brave enough to put it out there enough so we can see. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not just, oh, now we're using it as an opportunity to go after people. Nah, but you can see it that way and you can miss it, but it's more just there for people to be like, yo, this is something I've wanted to talk about, but there hasn't been that platform to really talk about and engage on it.
And let's keep it a buck here too. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think like, tag a brand. That's not what we're saying. Because I tag brands too. It's just about how you do shit. You know
That's
what I'm
it.
saying? The
right behaviors.
It's all about it's the behavior about it. So like me, when I tag Samsung, I'm like, yo, Samsung, B, what's up? I just told y'all a lot of products this week. What's good? Send me something.
No doubt.
Or you know what I'm saying? Like it's something like that to the extent it's like, what's good, B? But it's not like, come on, Samsung, please, man. Come on. It's like, it's not every day. Not every day.
You know, it's like I said,
it's different, B.
You're going back to the G code. If you don't got that G code, man, y'all, you don't know what the G code is these days, yo. So,
bro, like I said, bro, it's all about how you move. If you gonna hit up a brand, man, hit them up on your terms. Don't hit them up. It's like, don't hit them up in a way that you think that they might hear you. Hit them up in a way where it's like, yo, you gonna hear me. It's different. It's all about how you approach it. So I don't want y'all to take away from this, like, man, I don't ever see them tagging a company. Like no, it's all about how you do shit. So for me, if I tag a company, your Samsung, B, I did review on this product. It's going like, come on, bring me something, cuz. But I don't know, man, Samsung, I would just love to work with you. Like, please put your ball to my hand. Like, no, it's not. That's not what we own, B. That's not what we own over here, man. But
it's just about moving some way different. Let your work speak for itself. If you putting that grind out and you doing your thing, cool. You know what I mean? Just do what you do, but don't ride. Don't ride, man.
Don't ride, man.
Don't ride. Don't ride.
Fellas,
that's all I'm saying.
I think this would be a nice way to end it, bro.
Yeah, for sure. No. Trust me, there's more. There's more. There's more. Trust me, there's more.
We see what's going on, and we're gonna see, and we're gonna get, and I bet we're gonna get backlash from this.
Oh, let it. Bring it. I'm saying it. Bring it.
You should have been in this live stream.
This is no. This is why. Listen, this is why the live stream. This is why the live stream is cross-board on all our channels. It's been live streamed on Periscope, so you will see it. You will get a glimpse, or you will decide to watch the whole thing. You will see it. So whatever you want to bring to it, cool. Whatever you want to bring to it, cool. It is that now. The chips on the table. The chips on the table, so it's there now. So you got a problem, cool. Let's have it out. Let's talk it. Simple. Keep that same energy. Do you know what I'm saying?
Ain't nobody keeping no.
No. Let's give that opportunity and that benefit of the doubt still. Do you know what I'm saying? Cool.
Okay.
Cool. Let's give that. So for some people, I ain't gonna do that. That's who the person. Those people know I've spoken enough about them tonight. So I ain't giving that opportunity to you. To me, your respect level's gone, done. Don't even come. The minute I see another thing of you trying to, make yourself seem like, oh, I can judge this person, I'm like, listen, know yourself. How about that? Know yourself, and stay in your lane.
Like a shit, bro.
That's it, man. You just got it's all, man. Like conclusion. Look, man, and this is the first episode. We're gonna keep this thing going, man.
Yep.
This is not a live stream it's not meant. The general purpose isn't meant to call nobody out. Now, Ben was pissed off.
Yeah, I'm being straight. No. Let me.
He needed to get that.
Let me say it on record so no one thinks. Yeah, I was. And I still am, based on that same thing that was happening from before. And the people that were with me from early that were seeing that knows that that's the same vibe I was on till now. So don't come surprised and think, oh, why was he acting that way? Now go back and look. There's consistency in it. So don't think this is some different energy I'm coming because I'm feeling like I've got a crew with me now to be feeling brave. Nah, B, it ain't that. So don't even think that.
Right.
But if y'all were, anybody who watching this, once again, this isn't to call nobody out. Anybody who's watching this that feels any type of way about what we're talking about, then that means we must be talking about you and you're guilty about it. But if you want to talk, if you want to step in the ring, this is real. And this is what YouTube is missing. Nobody's being real. If you feel like you want to talk it out, if you feel you got a defense, then jump on the live stream. We here, man. Don't tweet me. Don't mention me. Let's jump on live stream and we can talk about it like grown men, but I guess half the people ain't grown men out there, so
everybody ain't gonna say
that. But people gonna take this live stream and they gonna take it. Whoever thought they was talking about, I'm sure you see this live stream. I'm pretty sure somebody ran back and told you about what we talking about.
Oh yeah, they will.
You need what you gonna do with it. You had to see what you gonna do. You know what I mean? It's not like I said. It's no shots. If you taking this as a shot, then you can't take constructive criticism. So
bang, mama.
You need to be able to take constructive criticism, and let's all get in here and talk about it, man. Because the way tech YouTube is set up now, it's not a cool atmosphere to be in. Don't let nobody tell you tech YouTube is a space to be in because it's not. It's very phony. It's a divided line. It's not cool. Get with some cool people, but tech YouTube ain't where it's at. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you.
Facts, and I'm gonna be real with you, bro. Like another thing that I feel like this is doing is kind of like making ways for the new YouTubers that come in, so they know how to maneuver better. They ain't got to fall into these clicks. Like it's just a way to give y'all a different perspective, man. Because most of the time you only hear one side. There's people who usually got like a higher sub count or the blue tick, and they just, if you're not doing it their way, like it's their way or the highway type of thing. Like nah, B, if you want to move a certain way, move how you move. For example, T. This is a prime example, bro. That dude DJW, he making some crazy videos. But I told him, I said, if you gonna move like that, bro, move how you move. You know what I'm saying? Like, I probably wouldn't do it like the way you doing it, but hey, if it works for you, then you keep doing it that way. You feel what I'm saying? So like, that's really what it's for, man. This, at the end of the day, I want y'all to take this, man. Just move how you move, and don't feel like you gotta conform to anybody else's standards, whether they're a big YouTuber or not. You feel what I'm saying? So, I mean, I'm good on that,
we
bro.
appreciate everyone joining on all three channels. Go follow
doubt, man.
everyone, anyone that's in each individual stream. Go to the other 2 channels, go follow, hit up social media, engage with us, man. We'll hit you back. And definitely, man, without a shadow of a doubt, you'll catch us next time. So we're signing up, man. So peace and love to everyone, man.
Deuces, y'all, man. Shout me out.
Nice.